Chris, you were also the first to solve the famous chicken and egg problem back in, actually prior. I first published it through the Meg Foundation in 1998, but you had solved it on some list quite clearly prior to that, but this was just the first formal publication. The solution also appeared in print in many places around the turn of the last century, including your Q&A column in New York Newsday and an article in Popular Science. As it happens, we're creating an audio version of the expanded discussion that appeared in the Improper Hamptonian 2000 and later in your ebook, The Art of Knowing. At the risk of raining on our own parade, since this is coming out shortly, can you give us a brief solution to the question, which came first?
I did solve this paradox somewhere back in the 80s or 90s. And there are two levels on which on one level, it's a paradox about biology, right? And the question comes down to, it can actually be parsed into various scenarios depending on how you define the terms. But the most interesting solution is the one that relies on the difference between somatic and reproductive DNA. Okay, and it turns out that speciation, or the change of one species into another, that has to occur in reproductive DNA. Okay, so that means that the answer to that variant of the question has to be the egg. But there's another question that is even more profound, and that is, once again, how can we talk about something like the universe where the cause of something appears to be its own effect? And of course, you can easily analogize this to chicken and egg, the chicken being the cause, the egg being the effect, or is it the other way around? So really, you've got a merging of the two. And this also, in some sense, describes cosmology. And the CTMU is how you solve that paradox. So I've solved the paradox on both levels. On the one level, the old chicken and egg solution that I gave and that is now being repeated ad infinitum, and then the CTMU, which solves it in the large, in the most profound sense.